name is Haley Rojas. I am a senior in high school and I live in Ventura County, California. I wouldn't say I'm all that remarkable. My life revolves around my family, the few hobbies that I have, which is building Legos and collecting just anything that I find interesting, and my cats. I love my cats. I have 3 cats. Outside of that, my life really just revolves around my academics. In school, I surrounded myself in people who were as interested in learning as I was, so I took AP courses. I met a lot of great people through this environment, and it was the best decision of my life. I took these classes that changed my perspective on how I approached everything. It was fun. It really was fun. But in high school, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. I felt as though my world was ending, but it didn't. I got better after going through countless treatment plans. And I never really liked poetry. I mean, honestly, I'd only read it when it was required, but when I got really depressed because of my medications, I ended up finding a lot of poems that put my emotion into words. It inspired me knowing that other people were feeling the same way I was. So I pushed through. I struggled for a while to balance my academics and health, but there were always poems that found their way to me that really it was an inspiration. And one of these poems was I Know That He Exists by Emily Dickinson. This poem put my feelings into words. It framed my exact situation. When I was a kid, I used to go to church all the time. I went every Sunday, and I went whenever they had a children's ministry. I was a very religious child. But when I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, I had felt like I had been abandoned. So I began to question my faith. And this poem reflects the both unquestioning faith and existential scorn. This poem put into perspective exactly what I was feeling during this time. Emily Dickinson acknowledges that there is a God, but further explains that proof of his existence is rare, that he hides from the grosser human nature as we humans do everything possible to have a direct experience with him. I myself prayed every chance I got when my health took a turn. During that time, I had felt as though I was abandoned and desperately prayed for proof of his existence, which the poem then frames this desperation as a game where God playfully hides from his followers, indulging in an instant's play as his followers pursue a bliss that they want to earn. Then Dickinson elaborates that this game is dangerous as it ends in death. The game becomes piercing as it describes a gleeful gaze staring into death. The last stanza is full of sarcasm that is about the game. I Know That He Exists by Emily Dickinson. I know that he exists somewhere in silence. He has hid his rare life from our gross eyes. 'Tis an instant's play, 'tis a fond ambush, just to make bliss earn her own surprise. But should the play prove piercing earnest, should the glee glaze in death's stiff stare, would not the fun look too expensive? Would not the jest have crawled too far